How's it going? It's Room, and as you can see about the title, I'll be talking about One Punch Man Season 3, and of course, it has a lot of problems, and I just want to talk about it. And I want to talk about how bad animation and direction the season is, which everyone already knows, but this is just something as I learned a little bit about 3D animation, and I know how hard it is, but this is just to say that Season 3 is cooked. Like after seeing episode 8 and 9, the same we couldn't really get animation at this level, like around the whole season. Even though that's like the most basic thing that it has to have, which is movement and animation, which is crazy. Like I said, I know it's not the best about the episode 8 and 9, about with rough animations around the fight, but it's still leagues above the rest of season 3, which is honestly horrible. Like I cannot recommend season 3 to anyone. And I know everyone memes on the Garu sliding and the disco lights, but it had to be the worst thing in modern action anime. And I know it's not the animator's fault. I'll give him that. It's just the higher ups who decided not to give them time and just for them to rush the project, which is just a shame. And they hyped up episode 5, and we all know how that turned out. While episode 8 and 9 have the best fights and animation, which is just the bare minimum in an action anime. And we should have known that the season was going to be horrible when they released the trailer about a week before the anime aired, and the trailer was all stiff and there was nothing there. And they hid the animation as they knew that there was none, that it was just that bad. And again, I'm not blaming the animators. Like, I wish they actually took the time to, cook. And it would have been interesting to see how it would have turned out if they had the time, which of course they didn't. And this brings me to another point I want to talk about, which I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that the director of season 1 wanted to work on season 2, but the higher up there refused because they did not want to wait like a year for him to finish the project that he was currently working on at the time, which honestly just leaves me speechless. Like we could have potentially had the season 2 the same level of animation as season 1, which is crazy. But no, the higher up simply refused to wait. And for what? Probably just for money, I'm assuming. And they just rushed the product at the cheapest and quickest way possible for a quick buck. And it's a shame because season 1 was considered the pinnacle of animation back in 2015, which was 10 years ago, which is honestly crazy, but 10 years ago also, One Piece was considered like the worst adaptation with pacing and animation problems, which I do agree it was generally horrible, as that was when I caught up on the anime around Dressrosa, so it was kind of rough for me, but I still watched it like every week, which kind of killed the momentum for me, but that's a different story. But now, 10 years later, in 2015, One Punch Man is being memed on for having the worst animation and being called One Frame Man, while One Piece is the opposite now, which is considered the greatest or the best animation, especially since it's weekly. But that's changing. But that's getting off topic again. And honestly, the community reaction to it is all honestly kind of justified. Not the hating part. That I don't justify, whatever. Hating on the animators and stuff online. But like being disappointed in the adaptation after waiting like 6 years, which I was one of those people that was waiting since 2019. And seeing that this is what we got after all those years is honestly kind of disappointing. And not even mad that everyone's mad at it or even disappointed. It's a shame though because One Punch Man had the potential to reach the other big animes like Demon Slayer and JJK this year, especially since the audience had the hype everyone was waiting for season 3. But now, even if the rest of the season is good, the hype is all gone and dead. The season is honestly cooked, and having a reboot is like the only thing I could think that could save this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So just let me know what you guys think. So yeah, see ya.